Hello, Mano Nerds. In continuing our series on waiting and eschatology, I'm going to talk about hell. So we don't really have a lot of time today to go at length into the discussion on hell. But what I do want to do is highlight quickly a couple different ways that the church throughout history has looked at the doctrine of hell. So one of the approaches to the biblical evidence on the afterlife, what happens to the fate of the damned, the doctrine of hell, is called eternal conscious torment, sometimes infernalism. And this is really the belief that all those that reject God will be tormented for all eternity. And this view emphasizes that sin must be punished eternally through agonizing torment. So God sustains people through eternity in order that they are punished eternally. And so in this view, the magnitude of crime is not just determined by the duration of a crime. Rather, the magnitude of the crime is determined by the offender, which is God, who is an infinite being. So it's not unthinkable in this view for a finite life of sin to be repaid with an infinite amount of suffering. For more on this view, you can read Hell, The Logic of Damnation by Jerry L. Walls. The next approach to hell is called annihilationism or conditionalism. Annihilationism is the view that all who reject God will be consumed by fire and cease to exist. This view claims that innate human immortality is not a biblical idea, but it's borrowed from Greek philosophy. And so this view asserts that the consequence for sin is death. For the wages of sin is death. And unending life was only attained by eating from the tree of life. Satan originates the idea of immortality after becoming a sinner, telling Eve she will not die. If you eat of the tree, you will not die. And God then bars Adam and Eve from eating the tree of life again, lest they live. So the final fate of the wicked in this view is regularly pictured as just destruction. The fire symbolizes burning up, consuming. For more on this view, you can read The Fire That Consumes by Edward William Fudge. Next view is Universalism, which is sometimes referred to as punishment for the purpose of purification. And this is the view that God is working to bring about the ultimate reconciliation with all those who are lost, even after death, through revealing the true light of Jesus and healing the wounded will. So in this view, fire is representative of the purification that all believers will have to go through. If you look at 1 Corinthians 3, verses 12 to 15, it says all will be tested by the fire. So this view kind of uses that as defining and a lens through how God's final judgment will have a remedial and refining purpose. For more on this view, you can read The Evangelical Universalists by Gregory MacDonald, which is a pseudonym for Robin Perry. The last view I'll mention is called Hopeful Inclusivism, and it's different from Universalism in the sense that it never presumes that all will be saved. Rather, it hopes that some may turn in the afterlife. For more on this view, you can read Her Gates Will Never Be Shut by Brad Gierzak. So which view of hell is the correct one? Or is there a correct one? Well, we don't have time for that today, so that'll have to be for another vlog. Bye!